It's the $1 Million Organizer Show. Tips for professional union organizers. Win more campaigns, balance work and family, and leave the competition in the dust. Now here's your host, Bob Odie.
Hello, union organizers. Welcome to podcast episode number 30. Today's topic, Force Multipliers. Those simple practices that can increase your potential, give you an edge, if you will. They can help you win more campaigns and give you a clear advantage over the competition. I've got 3 examples for you. Example number 1, union organizing committees. I was reminded recently the importance of putting in place union organizing committees. AFL-CIO recently put on a virtual organizing institute, and I was asked to be a training fellow. And what an honor it was to train the next generation of union organizing professionals. Some of the statistics we shared in the program were the win rate for NLRB elections without an organizing committee are 30%. Win rates with an organizing committee, they're as high as 70%. So these statistics were studies conducted by Kate Brofenbrenner at Cornell University. Now, my second example is to have a written campaign strategy. In another training that I participated in, we shared a 90-day action plan for new organizers. And the reason I wrote my first book, Bigger Labor, a crash course for construction union organizers, was because there was a time, and it wasn't that long ago, organizers were handed car keys, told to go out and organize, and I remember some of those organizers would pull us aside and say, "What does that mean? Back to the basics. Why do we organize?" Here they put together a strategy that will work in every jurisdiction to familiarize yourself with the who, what, where, when, and why of organizing. And it's just genius. So have a written campaign strategy. My third example is to do the unexpected. Go the extra mile, whatever that means. Drive to any location. Take calls on the weekend. Bring union swag, t-shirts, stickers, pens, pencils, whatever it takes. Recently, a group of workers wanted to meet with me in person. I haven't really been doing in-person meetings. I've been doing mostly virtual meetings using Zoom or the telephone. The location was about 2 hours from my house in traffic, and they wanted to meet after their shift right about 5:15, which is rush hour. I headed out in that direction. About 10 minutes from the destination, my contact calls and says no one's going to be there. I said, no worries. Let's have a meeting, just the two of us. And he asked how far I was from my home. And I said, well, I've been driving for about 2 hours now, and I'm about 10 minutes away. And he was like, wow. Guess what happened? When I got there, he had 5 people there. So it was a great meeting. And we passed around a clipboard with a sign-in sheet, got everyone's first, last name, phone number, email address, and we had a fantastic meeting. He pulled it together the last minute, and the reason he did, because I went the extra mile, and he realized, wow, this guy's driven 2 hours. The least I can do is get some people at this meeting. So I recommend you do things like that. Whatever it takes, put in the extra mile. Now, there's some big changes coming. Do you realize that the hotel workers have lost almost 80% of their membership due to the pandemic, COVID-19? And there are other industries being affected as well. We've talked about union organizing conferences going virtual and organizing meetings going virtual. How about union conventions? That is going to have a ripple effect. And maybe you've seen this. In the past, there were people who would wait a few years to retire. They would say, I want to be a delegate one last time, attend one last convention, see my friends, travel to some destination, and then I'll retire. Well, if they go virtual, there's no need to travel. There's no need to wait. Will this have an effect? I believe it will. So get ready. There are some opportunities down the road, and there's some big changes coming.
Thanks for listening. We hope that you'll subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Give us a 5-star review and let us know what you'd like to hear the $1 Million Organizer talk about. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @Union Organizer. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.